You've probably heard the word empath a lot lately. It sounds like something purely positive. Someone who can sense other people's feelings deeply, who understands emotions, who listens and cares. Everyone seems to want an empath around, right? Someone who truly gets you. But what if a person can read your emotions perfectly well, not to connect with you, but to use that knowledge against you? What if empathy is paired with manipulation instead of kindness? That's what psychologists call a dark empath. And being close to one can quietly drain your confidence, your clarity, and your energy until you barely recognize yourself. What is a dark empath? The term came from a study by psychologist Heim and colleagues. They examined nearly 1,000 people and found that almost 20% showed traits of both high empathy and the so-called dark triad. The dark triad includes 3 personality traits: Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. Together, they describe manipulation, entitlement, and a lack of guilt or conscience. But a dark empath is different. They feel emotions, but they don't always use them for good. They combine understanding with self-interest. That's what psychologists call cognitive empathy, the ability to grasp how someone feels without necessarily sharing the emotion. It can become a tool for control. Let's look at 5 signs you might be dealing with one. 1. Their kindness feels off. They say the right things, give thoughtful compliments, and comfort you at the perfect moment. Yet something feels slightly rehearsed. You sense it's all perfectly timed, almost too perfect. Dark empaths know how to act like the ideal partner, coworker, or friend. The problem is that their kindness often appears when it benefits them. It's tactical, not heartfelt. This doesn't mean every polite or charming person is dark. The key question is, do their actions feel consistent? Or do they only show warmth when they need something in return? 2. They manipulate your emotions. Dark empaths read emotions like a map. They can sense what hurts you, what motivates you, what scares you, and they use that awareness to steer you subtly. They may act wounded to make you apologize or guilt trip you into doing favors. After every argument, they somehow end up satisfied while you question whether you overreacted again. The pattern is simple. You keep giving, explaining, and defending while they reap the results. That's emotional manipulation disguised as intimacy. 3. They make you feel guilty. Research shows that dark empaths display higher levels of indirect aggression. They don't shout, they guilt trip. Maybe they sigh and say, "I expected more from you," or they quietly withdraw until you start apologizing. Over time, you fall into a habit of taking the blame, even for things beyond your control. That constant guilt keeps you off balance and easier to influence. And that's exactly where a dark empath wants you. 4. They use malicious humor. Sigmund Freud once described tendentious humor. Jokes meant to disguise aggression. That's the kind dark empaths love. They make cutting jokes that touch your insecurities, but when you show discomfort, they laugh it off. Relax, I'm just joking. Their humor has a sting. It makes you self-conscious, while they appear witty and composed. In reality, they're asserting dominance, showing they can hurt and get away with it. 5. They spread subtle rumors. Because dark empaths are skilled at reading people, they know exactly what your weak spots are and how to weaponize them. They might leak select pieces of information or twist a story to make you look unreliable. Often it's done behind smiles and compliments. They seek control over how others see you because being in charge of the narrative gives them power. Every move is strategic. Every innocent comment has layers. How to protect yourself. The first rule: stop blaming yourself. Dark empaths are extremely convincing. Their logic seems impeccable, and their empathy feels real. Anyone can get pulled in. To restore balance, start asking yourself how you actually feel after interactions with them. Do you feel lighter, or drained, ashamed, confused? Do you walk away trusting yourself less than before? That inner data is your compass. Set boundaries, say no without explaining yourself, and pay close attention to patterns rather than promises. It's also helpful to remember that dark empaths aren't necessarily villains. Many grew up learning emotional intelligence as a survival strategy. But that doesn't mean you're responsible for fixing them. Your job is to protect your peace. Have you ever met someone who mixed empathy with manipulation? Did you recognize any traits in someone from your past, or maybe even in yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might help someone realize they're not alone. If this video helped you see things more clearly, leave a like and subscribe for more psychology explained in real-life terms. Take care of yourself and your boundaries. See you next time.